Hello everyone. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are already a subscriber. In today's video, we're going to be doing a real-time plan with me video for the week of June the 9th through the 15th. I promise I will give you guys a break from the plan with me's. I know these are long format. I also really want to try a concept of doing like a sped up voiceover version maybe. Again, I feel like I'm asking this question in every video lately, but let me know what your thoughts are. I personally like long form videos. One, I like filming them because they're easier for me to film, edit, and get out to you. But also, I really enjoy them because that's what I watch whenever I'm like working out or eating my lunch. I'm a long form content person. But that's all what that is. So we are actually on Thursday, and thankfully I have kept some really decent notes off to the side. I am playing a fair amount of catch up this week, so it's been a little bit chaotic, but I will fill in the weather all the way across, but I'm gonna have to do that off camera because I need my phone or I need my laptop, and I don't think you guys want to listen to that. But we're gonna pop in moods. So my mood on Monday was very cranky crabby, even though I had really good energy, which is so weird. I was like in the most bizarro, where is my ruler? Okay, because I do want to connect some of these as I go. I'm gonna just go straight across, because I have not read any this week. That is gonna change. Okay, addressing reading, and then I'll go back up to the mood. So my friend group, here I'll zoom us in a little bit too. My friend group that we normally do, instead of a book club, we do like a watch club, and we just finished Handmaid's Tale. Oh my God, let me know your thoughts. Just throw all your thoughts down in there. Oh my God, it's been a ride, you guys. I'm just gonna say this. I had a love-hate relationship with the final season. I am okay. I'm not seeking medical attention or professional help. I'm totally fine, but I definitely have some very strong opinions on it. So I'm very curious if you feel like sharing, drop those in the comments. But we are getting ready to read the Testaments soon. Everybody needed to get their book. One of the coworkers is recovering from a treatment, and so we needed to make sure she was good to go, and then we kind of need to decide on a frequency, and I'm kind of the ringleader for like who decides how much we watch, how much we read. I am the ringleader. I'm the chaos coordinator of this. So I definitely enjoy that, but yeah, I need to make sure everybody was like good to go. But we're all watching kind of random things on the side, but I only normally read about a page or two a day for like other books that I have in my stash, but I don't really count those. Like, I mean like sitting down and devoting time to reading, and I really would like to start a reading journal as well. Anyways, so energy versus mood. So on Monday, because I had such a perfect Friday off and really a very unproductive Saturday and Sunday, I really was like in a good mood, but I wanted to be home and do stuff. Like, I wanted to do crafty things, and that's kind of how I got behind, because I had home things, crafty things, all the things to do. So Tuesday, kind of the same thing, but worse. My mood did improve yesterday. I'm gonna do math. I'm not gonna say I went all the way up. I had some really fun, cool things happen yesterday, but I really feel like overwhelmed and productive, and unproductive. There was a lot I needed to do yesterday, and I didn't get anything really accomplished. I would say my mood is more back to here today. Again, it's an overwhelmed thing, but I feel like by doing things like this video, but the more that I do creative things that fill my cup, the better I am for everything else, because I'm like, cool, you took some time for you. Now we need to do things that are not for you, and that in one form, fashion, or another. Going through the energy again, high energy for these few days. Tuesday was I crashed really hard on Monday. Like, it was like a hard crash. So I went from like here to here. So I will do that because it was like a really weird hard crash. It was a very full Monday for sure, with a lot of like bigger projects and setting up for the week. And then I can go back to here. And I would definitely say I'm here, because I kind of started filling my cup up again. I really love doing these trackers, and I really love when I put like 2 dots in a day or something like this, because I feel like it indicates very clearly like real life. Like, I don't know about you guys. Like, I can start the day in a really good mood and end in a bad, or reverse, like something good will happen or good news will come, something like that. Okay, so I feel like that's a good place. I'm gonna leave reading open. My taskbar is open. I might fill that out off camera, because I feel like there are some things in there that I'm not 100% thinking of. Yeah, that seems really strange to me that I'm not remembering certain aspects of that. Okay. So AM routine. This has been a problem child, the AM and PM routine, because it's based off of a challenge that I was doing where it was supposed to be no phone for an hour, no phone or no screen for an hour after you wake up, no coffee for like 40 minutes after you wake up, and a morning meditation. The problem is I don't really love the morning meditation. I don't really have a coffee problem. I mean, and that's not me saying I don't have a problem, and I do. I literally drink 1 cup of coffee a day. That's it. And I need the hot liquid to wake up. And basically the challenge was like, drink water first kind of thing. And I don't know, that's just not doing it for me. I think at one time I speculated, like, should I do like hot lemon water instead, you know, to kind of meet the challenge. And I just have to also be like, well, that doesn't serve me. I really would like to get better about the no screen thing and spending time here. So this might be an adjustment over time. But that's why my AM and PMs are just not gonna make it for a minute. Skincare, I do a full X if I do an AM and PM, and then I do like a slash if I only get to 1. Like, I might take 1 shower like later in the day. Like after, like yesterday is a great example. I didn't shower until like noon because I got going on a bunch of things and got sidetracked, and it was just a really chaotic day. But then I'm home the rest of the day. There's no need for me to shower again. Like, of course, brush my teeth, but I'm not gonna wash my anyways, whatever. Vitamins and meds, I'm gonna check off everything. That's a Thursday. I have logged all my meals. I don't think I've accomplished the steps goal, but I did Monday and Wednesday, which is not surprising because those are the 2 days I ran. Reading doesn't get anything, and the PM routine doesn't get anything. I drank 5 waters that day. 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna go with 6, I think is where I landed. And then yesterday I got 7, getting closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I don't feel like I messed with, I did do a daily yesterday. Weekly is gonna be today. Weeks was definitely yesterday and Tuesday. I haven't done anything with my 5-year. I'll put my bills in, but I only have a few. I want that to dry a little bit. So sorry, I know we're zoomed in. When we come back after this scheduled program, scheduled interruption? After this commercial, there we go. We will, I'm joking. Unless YouTube conveniently puts an ad there. I will have filled in the weather from the 9th to the 12th. I'm gonna put some tasks down in the task bar, and I'll put some bills because I need to look at like other things to put those there. Okay, and then making my bed every day. I haven't done it this morning yet. Dishes every day. Floors, debatable. I sweep the bathroom every day because that's where the litter box is. But I don't always do like all the floors or anything. I do the litter box every day. The garden has definitely gotten maintenance every day. My 10-minute tasks have definitely gone by the wayside, and my 1 task has definitely not been a thing. So, okay, so we've got trackers and all of that filled out. This is a good start. The only thing about this that I'm not super loving is that I'm doing black ink again. And I really would have enjoyed using a color, but I think I'm gonna save all my color for the next week and just like knock it out of the park. Okay, so you saw my little post-it. It's Swatch week. What the heck does that mean? So a huge thing that got me interested in Coffee Monster Co. to begin with was this video I saw Helen do where she did different color washi for different days. And I was like, in a rainbow. And I was like, what? This is genius. And so I was very excited about it. And so that is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go back to the beginning in the beautiful world that is Coffee Monster Co. land. And I am gonna use the Planning Time original. So as you can see, it's on a washi card. I purchased everything that you see on this washi card from an Etsy shop 6 million years ago. Why is this so difficult? First swatch is the hardest. I'm kidding. I was trying to reference a song. Okay, so I'm gonna do these two. Again, this is the original Planning Time. I now have a whole roll of this, which is super exciting because I am a pink girly. I love pink. So I think this is super cute. And now we can fill in our day. So, first and foremost, I want to see if I have a pink or pinkish flower. I have red. I'm gonna use pink and red here. I wonder if there's like one other thought that I have. Okay, I want to check one more thing. The reason I feel like these videos are also taking longer is because I am challenging myself to use my stash more, and I really need oh, gold would be really cool. Let's do that. No, I'll use the red. I'll get over myself. I don't know. I'm questioning. Okay, stop. I'm gonna use the gold. Unless I find Garden Party wouldn't work. Plant Dreams, You Grow Girl, Play in the Dirt. I watered plant, so I'm being overly I could use the pink. Like I said, I really like a challenge. I really, really do. So I'm gonna use the gold. up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna do tidy apartment because that happens every single day. And I'm gonna do deep water plants, just so I know when the last like deep water actually happened. And then I want to do tidy apartment would have included like other things. I think that's pretty good for the morning. Okay, and then I need a work sticker. I either need something that is pink. So let's see kind of what I was doing. Looks like just doing calls, checking some computer stuff. Okay, let's just see. Oh, definitely that pink. That's a really good one. Because I did not, I was like kicking, screaming, did not want to be there at all. That's a really good one. Okay, that's the one we're gonna use. She's struggling. And then I was there until 4:30. The only days that I draw this line are Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday because Wednesday and Friday I am remote and my working is not that linear. Like it's literally like do a task and then I'm off doing something. Like I'm literally like just like do one craft thing, do one home thing, do one work thing, do this. Like I'm just moving around all day. That's just how it goes. Like, and a lot of times I do like a big batch of working and like gathering all that first thing and then go from there. Okay, so just I'm gonna do my normal bullet list. So I just go by like the last name of the client. Versus writing out everything. I used to write out everything, and sometimes in my daily page I write down like what the task is as well. Because when I look back at this, I'm like, I don't freaking know. Like, okay. That is how all that went. Next thing I want to do is find a pink meal plan sticker, if I can. That's perfect. But I'm gonna use this one with the gold foil to just kind of stay on brand. And I'm gonna be okay with this. How far over? Whoa, ma'am. You are crooked. I did a good bit of meal planning in the middle of my day. Just to like get set up for the week and like kind of know what I wanted to do. And then I did I think I can fit this all here. No, I had to scan some receipts. And I'm also gonna do week in the life because I was doing some catch up there. And then I'm gonna put a dot for finances because I was looking at that a little bit. I had leftovers for lunch that day, and then I was actually not hungry the rest of the day, which was a little strange and different. So I didn't end up needing to do anything about that, but I did need to go to UPS. I definitely think this is perfect for that. Okay. And then I know I watched something. I clearly did not take as good of notes as I thought I did. Oh, I know what I did when I came home. Monday was really weird. That's why my brain is just like not having it. I actually came home and ran, which was really strange. And I haven't used the tiny icon yet. So let's use the tiny icon for that. Yeah, I had like a really weird and late run. That was just super strange. And then I came home and watched TV, but obviously, and like took a shower and did all the things and got ready for bed, but I didn't eat anything because I had like a late lunch and all of things, but I do not 100% recall what I watched, and I don't know. Actually, I think I finished Alto Nights finally. That's what I think I did, if I had to guess. Okay. All right. And then so normally I would make this entire week Coffee Monster Co. week, but what I want to do is challenge myself to use some of my other emoji things from like Every Minute a Story and from Sweet Beans because they're very similar. So yeah, and I think that they'll work just fine. I feel like they almost look like an older design. I really don't like that part of that fork is gonna show, but we're just gonna have to get over it. Maybe I can cover it a little bit with the yellow, but this is more orangey than the one I was gonna pick. I was considering using this, which to me is more brown, but I really like that orange. So we're gonna use that. And I did get takeout for lunch, so I'm gonna see if I can cut that just a hair before. Okay. And see if it's noticeable under a yellow. I think the yellow I'm gonna use, oh, I already remember now what the yellow was gonna be, but let me see. Is that yellow? Oh, that's a hair. This is gonna be, that's just gonna drive me bananas. OCD at its finest, you guys. There we go. And it's like right there, and that's still gonna drive me a little batty, but I'll use those other swatches for something else. It's totally fine. This is from Once More with Love. And I think it's like the Meals washi. Okay, so Tuesday. I was watching a lot of I just realized I need to go back and put something on last week. I was watching Week in the Life videos on YouTube, most of like any watching time I had throughout the day, because I had just finished my journal, and by the time this video goes up, you would see this spread, which was last week. And the thing I need to put in is that I posted my YouTube, that I filmed a YouTube video, or did an edit and upload of a video, and I can put it like in here very easily, like with a mini sticker. So we'll do that later off camera. But I was watching Week in the Life videos to like get a good read on kind of what I'm thinking. I think I want to break up the orange, because I don't know that I have like an orange work sticker. That's not like a it's all like softer. Okay, so to break up kind of the larger stickers here, I'm gonna do a tiny icon. That off to the side so I remember to use it. What is happening? Okay. This little goober, about 8. I would have gotten there between like 8 and 9. Okay, same lovely thing. Then I left like right dead at 4:30. We actually had thunderstorms that knocked the power out, so that was a whole thing. All right, same generic. Let's make a list. So I did email. I do not like that uppercase case in it. It looks almost like a U. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Keeping with the orange theme, I wonder if I don't know that I can like do that, but I did go to Chick-fil-A for a lunch. Again, so I may not always put like what I do. I don't know how to phrase that. I may not put, I don't always put everything, and I feel like that is everybody, if that makes sense. I actually think I want to use this, like an orange yellow planning time, because this was a lot of what was like going on. Let's use like this orange yellow kind of vibe. And then I'm gonna do Week in the Life TCNC. So the pre-order is on Saturday. It starts on Saturday. I'm gonna put vlogs because I was working on a lot of like my running log, my meal log, my Hobonichi weeks, like all the logs were happening. But Coffee Monster Co. pre-sale starts on Saturday, so I love that. And then I came home and did Pilates, and then Jeff and I did dinner. One thing I love about choosing to do this color coding system is it challenges, like I said, I love a challenge. I truly love a challenge. Let's see if I have a sticker that's like orange or yellow. This would have been good to like finally rewatch Mufasa, but I believe that has, wasn't spicy. It was action, and like that's kind of orange. And it was on Prime. Why do I feel like I have two of those? Or I should have two of those. I do. Okay. And I haven't used them yet, so I feel like this is a good one. Let's do action. I don't mind the stars. Let's see if I like it better if I actually put a star. Okay, maybe. I don't hate it, but I don't love it, so we're gonna leave it. Okay. Again, I'm just challenging myself a little bit. Okay, so Wednesday. I feel like we're moving right along, relatively speaking. Okay, we've got I think I was still doing Week in the Life videos. I don't like this. I don't like that the YouTube part rolls over like that. And I can make that like bleed in pretty easily by the time we get to the end of this. So I'm gonna do Week in the Life vids. I'm gonna do tomorrow. Yesterday is gonna be harder than any other day because I really did not write down things. we're just gonna do the best we can. Because I was hoping to film, so. I swear, every tiny icon I'm looking for is like in the back. Or whatever. Literally, the last one. The last one. I ran pretty early. And I'm gonna write tidy apartment, because that's literally what happens every day. I almost just went ahead and started. Why do I do this to myself every time? It doesn't take like a whole line to write what I need to. Okay, and then I do want to see what kind of like let's look in once more with love, just to like balance this out a little bit. I've got a little bit of Happy Planner. Wow, brain. Not gonna work. The gold star could be fun. We're looking for yellow. That could work. That could work. I like that this is kind of like all of the first like halves colors, so that could definitely work. That would let me use the fire sticker. I did finish Beauty and the Beast yesterday while I ate my lunch, so that could definitely be pulled into it as well. I feel like this is like very the vibe of what I feel like today is gonna be, and this one too, but hopefully not. This is perfect. Oh freaking K, I'm so glad I went through those. Okay. This is exactly what we're using. Because that's what I did. And it is like orangey yellow, so we're gonna roll with it. I'm gonna put blueberry muffins. Y'all, this was crazy. I'm gonna tell you a story real fast-ish. Fast-ish. So I should not be putting these here, but that's okay. It'll break it up a little bit while I look for a yellow work from home type of sticker. So let me tell you guys, this is what happened. I can put these away, I think. No, I'm gonna use them for that dumpster fire situation of what today's gonna be. I'm not trying to be pessimistic, first and foremost, and then I'll tell a story. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I really did not have like a very smooth day yesterday. I woke up, went for my run, started making the muffins. Then by the time the muffins were done, and like each time, so here's the thing, I started making, I've made sourdough muffins for a little while, but I started selling them because people, whoever I was taking them to was like, you should sell these, I would totally buy these from you, because I think they felt kind of like some type of way that they were eating a bunch of free food and not paying for it and all the things. So I thought that was really nice of them to offer to pay for this service, and so I started selling them for $2 a piece. Sometimes people buy like one or two, sometimes it's more, you know, it fluctuates, obviously. I do think this is funny that this is going to be my yellow. So this is the Fruits washi from Coffee Monster Co. And I love that there's some pink in it and summeriness to it and funness to it. And it was also the strawberry full moon. This is working out very well because this ended up being like a day that I was working on crafty things. This day I got takeout. This day was strawberry moon. I love when everything comes together. Celebrate the small wins, y'all. Celebrate the small wins. So make these muffins, and each drop off turned into like conversations. So the first person, who was the main person who ordered them, and let me also preface with the fact that the reason that I was making these muffins like in the middle of the week instead of on the weekend and all the things was because I had very, very fresh blueberries and farm fresh eggs from helping Jeff pet sit the week prior. So I was like, hey, I have really fresh stuff. Let's, if you want them, this is a good time. So I had one person order 4, took them to her. The person who works with her wanted 2, so I brought her 2. While I go to Publix to get my lunch, I am texting the person who normally orders chocolate chip. She wants exactly one muffin. But it caused me to be distracted to the man making my sub and the woman next to him, and they buy the remaining 6, because at this point I have 7 left. But I want 1, so they buy 6. So I literally sold out of 13 muffins inside of a few hours, but that meant I had to drive home, eat my lunch, do some work things, then drive back to deliver muffins to the last people. It was insanely funny. But it was very clunky, and a lot of the work stuff that was coming up was just not helpful. Obviously, we're going to use the sunshine because why not? The full strawberry moon was like overnight here, so we might do something for that. Okay, as far as work went, my mind just literally went 1,000% blank. Okay, there, it's coming back. Early Beamer. I think that was it. That was like all I was able to accomplish yesterday. I'm gonna do check in with April just to like fill in that space, but that also was like, it's rare that we have to do that anymore because I don't have as much interaction with her, but like we had so much between us that needed to happen. And then from there, I really just kind of, I could do, this can go away now because I won't need that. I was trying to do some tidying, but that really didn't work out well, and that's like at the top. A lot of it was like dishes and dishes and more dishes and the back and the forth and trying to do some work, and then it was crafty crap everywhere at that point. So tiny icon. Oh, okay, so we would have just gone through this ad nauseum. So film and post last week, plan with me. And then it was literally just like tidy everything up. That was it. a lot of it was just a mess of a day, for sure. Okay, now we are officially into Thursday, and I do want to pick out a washi. I think this is a good one. This is a green budget, and I get so mad because it used to be that I got paid on a Thursday, and then we did our billing through. I love that, like, literally how cohesive this looks. Like, you would not freaking know that these are not the same brand unless you looked super close. But I do need to pay some bills today. I do need to, like, prep for this and do some things money related. So I think that's definitely a thing. I'm watching like the Sherry Papini documentary on HBO right now. This is probably one of the weirdest weeks where I'm not like writing everything I'm watching, or like podcasts that I'm listening to in the background. So film, plan with me. Okay. And then I need to go to the grocery. I need to go to Publix and Crumble on my way in. Do I have a green? Or I could use the gold cart. I think I might do that just to like keep this even. And I am going to take a look at I have a green to-do list. And I have green office. I like that because I'm in the office and I haven't used those in ages. Okay, we're gonna save that green and we're gonna do office. These are meant to be like your cleaning things, but I'm gonna just put office. And I'm gonna make my list at the office. And then I haven't 100% decided what I'm doing this afternoon. So we're gonna leave that kind of there. And I need to get ready to head out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna center this a little bit better. Zoom out. Since now we're on the other side, I can take that away. Okay, so like I said before, I'm gonna put in some tasks, some bills, and all my weather across the top. But that takes us to where we are for today, for this week. And I'm pretty happy with this. It's definitely not, I feel like I'm progressively getting more colorful about things, and June is one of my favorite months to do plan with me's for, because everything, like, I really focus on like colors every specific day, which I think is just super fun. I think I already know what I'm gonna use for this one for blue, because I found like the perfect is it sweet beans? Yes, it's my Zombeans one, and it's Friday the 13th. So I'm so excited to lay that down with you guys tomorrow. But that's a tomorrow situation, but I'll catch you guys soon. All right, so it is Friday, and as promised, I have my weather filled out. I think I promised that my tasks and my bills would be filled out, but clearly I've lied ever so slightly and my bills are not filled out, but that's okay. I do want to start with the trackers and then move into the daily. You'll see that not only is the weather filled out, but I also just made like a stream of consciousness list as I was working yesterday. It just made the most sense. So just go ahead and fill that out in real time so that I didn't have to just like put it on a post-it. But I did leave at 4:30. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I've had a very full remote day so far. And you guys, I was so tired and cooked and everything by the time I got home yesterday. And I lied, we were gonna start with trackers. Let's start with trackers. Okay, so mood. So that pretty much stayed my mood, if not worse. By the end of the day, I can kind of like leave it there. Energy definitely like tanked. So I'm gonna put here. My energy today has been good. I'm gonna put that back up here. I feel like it's just gonna kind of yo-yo a bit. No reading got accomplished yesterday. And then as far as my mood, I would say I'm about the same as yesterday. There's just like a lot going on that I'm just like meh with. So yeah. Skincare, leaving that there. Steps, did not hit my steps yesterday. Read or PM routine Friday. Skincare /1. Meds and vitamins. I can go ahead and do that when I get done with this video. I haven't logged my meals yet. My steps are pretty good. Oh, yeah, I ran this morning, so that's a good thing. I did work on my trackers today. I'll be working on the weekly with you guys. Definitely been putting in some work in the weeks today. And then 2 waters got done yesterday. I've already got 2 in today. Technically got 3, but I haven't finished that water bottle, so I'm gonna leave it be. We're gonna use this so that my arm doesn't fall off. Made bed for both. Floors I did today. Litter box today. Garden today. So that fills in that. Now we're gonna wrap up what was going on here. I think because this is a green day. I want to come back here. I am I wonder if I have like kind of a journaling sticker that's like green. I don't think I'm going to, but I just want to look. We're gonna use him because he's like the little sprout on his head. And I went ahead and started, like, I was working on some June dailies. I was working on weeks. I was trying to figure out how much it costs for me to like make my muffins, to kind of see, like, this is where I was saying, like, I was kind of going to deal with some money things And finances. And I did kind of work on these at the office and kind of at home. So it was a little bit of both. And I was getting so frustrated. So frustrated last night. I was trying to pay a bill and it wouldn't let me pay it. Like, it wouldn't let me log in. It was an all holy nightmare last night. I kind of like this and I kind of like this. So, I'm gonna do... I'm just gonna write laundry. Like, I was trying to make that like way fancier than it needed to be. But really I just did laundry, worked on weeks, and watched the Sherry Papini documentary. Wow, I couldn't say documentary. It did get really stormy last night. I think I have, there they are. I knew I had gold stickers. This is fantastic. There we go. There were crazy loud storms. Other than that, it was beautiful all day. I want to do an arrow here so that I can do an arrow there and it looks somewhat on par. Sorry for dropping things. Okay, so now we're gonna go into blue and into today. I have not popped the weather in and that's gonna have to wait a second. I'm gonna put these away while I've got everything out. I am so excited about this. So we've got like this teal, so it's like perfect little like blue, green, and blue. I am so excited, and it's Friday the 13th. It's the only one all year long. I'm very excited. Super freaking cute. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is like take that little edge off, but I'm also gonna try not to kind of create a problem. All right, let's see if it'll rip just that little edge. Okay. This is from, aww, just gonna take a little bit of the kitty's hand. It's okay. It's not ideal. It's kind of like how that one turned out, but I don't think you're really gonna see that much of it. This is from, that's Once More with Love. This is Sweet Bean. So I really love that they're still very like emoji style here. I didn't start with tidying the apartment. I really just kind of like got up and got going. With my run, I do need sorry, I already have my shoes on. We're gonna save that. We'll use this because I don't think I have any the number of miles would have been good. Because it's also got the gold. Maybe I'll save that for a different one, but that's good to know because it also has that gold. So I'm just gonna use this little run because I haven't had a big run yet. I'm hoping for a big run on Sunday is my goal. My goal is to do 13. I'm gonna use is that green? Or is it teal? It's like a dark green, so I'm not gonna do that then. Maybe that one. And I watered a lot of plants yesterday. I really didn't need to do anything with them today. Like I kind of watered them in the evening. Maybe this one. So I'm gonna have laundry, dishes, tidy, apartment. It's kind of still in shambles. I don't think that there's anything that can be done truthfully about the situation at this point, unfortunately. And then even though I really want to use like a zombie one, I really don't want to pass up the opportunity to use a pretty blue. So for this, sorry, I couldn't remember who I started with for a minute. Bertram? And I think that is where I'm gonna land for right this second. And then I'll check on some more things a little bit later in the day. If I find that I have a moment. This is not gonna be, my Friday is probably not gonna be as like linear. As I'd like it to be. Because it is, I don't know, this is kind of right. It's more like down here, but we're just, actually have a little like room to like put something else. So I'm gonna put Dyer because I did already talk to him, but I've got to check one more thing. Or I already did check that actually. Film plan with me. If I get to anything else, it's gonna be I need to like work on a bunch of like finance stuff, to be honest. So let's see what I can find in that category. I have so much stuff I need to plan right now. Like so many things that I want to film and do. Worked on that already a little bit. Like I said, planning is like a big thing right now. So I need to I'm gonna put TCMC because the pre-order's tomorrow, and that's part of the things I need to plan. Content, and I need to do like a brain dump, and then I also want to use this household manager book to bring kind of like this over here. So typically I meal plan like twice a week. I'll kind of meal plan like Sunday, Monday-ish, and then I'll plan again like Thursday, Friday-ish with all the leftovers or all the kind of like rejiggered meals and things that have happened. Of course, I'm going to use the one with the gold. So I'm going to put meal plans here. I know Jeff isn't feeling well, so we're going to probably watch a movie tonight. Is going to be the plan, and then this kind of wraps it up for the day. I'm going to connect these dots while I kind of like chat through like an outro type of thing of what I think is supposed to come, but I'm not going to write anything down just yet because there's some other, like I might be able to work on my planners a little bit. I don't think I'm going to drag all my stuff out there because I will probably just be caretaking a good bit and then planning. So I really don't see the need to bring all my fun toys out there. Like I need to be figuring out what's going in this Amazon order and get it placed, all that fun stuff. So yeah, really just kind of, like I said, brain dumping, getting everything out is going to be this evening. So I am not going to treat myself to bring lots of distractions. Which I definitely would love to do, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to be working on that. And then tomorrow, once I get back, I'm going to feed Binks and then go to my mom's house. And I think I'm going to go to Trader Joe's while I'm there. And then I'm going to come back, and it's going to probably be later in the day. And I'll do like a check-in. But Sunday is hopefully going to be a really good productivity day for both like laundry and the house and all of that kind of stuff, and like get ready for the week. So hopefully that'll come to fruition. So this is where I am going to leave it at for right now, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Have a good Friday. Hello friends, we are going to wrap up this final little section of the week together. So as you can see, I have finished my mood tracker. I did okay for the rest of Friday. I really struggled through a lot of Saturday and into today. I really had a really busy week with work, and next week is going to be kind of funky because I do actually have more like remote, and I even have an out of office day in that but there's so much at my house that needed my attention, and I really needed to be home. And by going out to Jeff's on Friday night, spending most of the day driving around, because I had to drive back from Jeff's, which is about an hour, get the cat situated, and then go to my mom's to pick up some plants and spend some time with her, which we'll get to, and then drive back. And then I ended up having to I need to be careful with that verbiage. I ended up going to my boyfriend's brother's house to hang out and do some stuff with them for a few hours, and we just got back so much later than I really wanted to, and I was really, really tired and run down, and I had a lot that I wanted to get done today, and I just didn't feel like I was setting myself up for success. So I was really like in a mood and not a great one, but my energy was okay. My Friday energy was great. My Saturday energy was more meh, because I think I was just letting my mood really affect it. And then today has been pretty good. I feel like I've got good energy, but I'm just really tired. And still no reading. I did get the visit in with Mom. I'm still working on my Amazon order. My trackers are all filled up, really failing with the AM and PM routines and reading. I'm gonna give it a go again next week and see where we can land with that, with some of the adjustments that I was talking about, like the things that don't serve me. So I think I'm just gonna try a few different things this next week, and let's just kind of see. The goal is that I'm productive in that time frame and not just like a loaf. So we'll see. We'll see how that irons out, because I do also feel like there is some merit to being a loaf and just kind of having some relaxation time. So I don't know. I'm gonna play with it. I did finally put my bills in. The rest of my weather got laid out for the week. I tracked anything that had to do with my planners and my apartment. I did actually clean the bathroom today, which we'll get to. But back to Friday. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a nice little recap. Okay, so I do want to find, I wonder if I have I have used a Once More with Love over there. So I think I want to try and see if there's something. Oh, I can't control what's going on outside. I'm sorry. That was a whole 5. We're gonna save that. That feels like a whole thing. Was that like on a sampler? I don't feel like it was a dumpster fire. That's a whole thing. I feel like that's going to be more applicable tomorrow, but that's not the point. These are all really good. I do like the dead little icon thing going on. That looks like terrified. So maybe. And I have to obviously keep my color coding like in mind. That really right there. We were all very happy to get to Friday. Well, I can't do the dumpster fire situations because that really doesn't work. And I don't like the orange there. That's kind of got like a bluish tint to it, so I like this idea. Yeah, let's maybe go with this one because this was actually kind of intense because there were storms too. I did just kind of finish up like some work things at Jeff's, like nothing really wild. And then I'm gonna do the arrow this way. Friday, the 13th, 45th, Annie. I think they're picking up trash outside my door, so if you hear like, yep, that's it. That's what that little clunk sound is, which is great because then I can bring it back in the house. Okay, so Friday night was, or Friday was the 45th anniversary of Friday the 13th because it came out in 1980. I'm gonna do 1980 and some hearts to fill that in because that's gonna drive me nuts. But it was actually like the day, like there's a date that pops up on the screen and it says June 13th, 1980, or I think it's like present day, but it says like June 13th present day. But it was really, really cool to be able to do that. And then we went to bed, but there were also like crazy storms that night. And then Saturday we got up and had coffee. It wasn't like we did actually sleep in, so maybe I need to find like a pajama type of thing that's in purple and not throw everything off of the, I feel like I ran into this last week too. Okay, where I had my purple at the end. What was my thought process here? Oh, it was just whatever was flying. I do like that purple. I've got like a big purple, but I'm not trying to be that big. Man, I totally could have used that blue. Yeah, no, it is what it is. I wish one of these was purple. Like this is very purpley, purple gray. That's definitely a good one. So we're going to be using this. Well, there's two purple on here, I think. Unless my eyes are going like completely insane. No, there's two purples. Okay. Okay. We slept until about 6:30, so it wasn't too crazy. Oh, what am I doing? That's like the old way I used to do things, where I would like, okay, that was fun. I'm gonna put, I don't really care. That came out wrong. I do care. I just want to write this out instead of taking up a bunch of space. So I just tidied up the bungalow, and which is Jeff's house, that's what we call it. And then I helped pack him a lunch, and then I left somewhere in here to go home. I was kind of bummed because I was really hoping that I was gonna get, I was hoping that I was going to be able to go straight to my mom's, but I didn't have her present, so I needed to go home and handle that. So I drove home, and I think I got home maybe somewhere in here. So I'm gonna say mom's gift. And then I needed to, yeah, because I showered at his house before I left. So then it was just drive to mom's. Let's see if I have. I know. I'd like to find a purple that's not that one. Finding purple stickers was very hard for this particular day for some reason. And I did just realize we gotta pick a washi for the bottom. I'm gonna do this purple one for somewhere around here. Part of me just like wants to pop like the overwhelmed in there somewhere. Visit with mom. I want to put some hearts. And I visited with her for a little while, and then I brought everything home. I'm trying to think, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about here. Then I went to Kroger, and I was working on laundry intermittently throughout the day. And then I went to his brother's house to hang out. They were doing a crawfish boil. This is honestly like, this is an hour away. This takes time. This is 40 minutes away. It took time to get there and back and everything. I'm gonna pick up plants. Just so I also know what happened there. And I got to eat like raspberries off the vine and blueberries off the bush, and it was a really lovely visit with her. I hadn't seen her since she got back from vacation a few weeks ago. So, and I'm sure I sound like really tired. I'm sorry about that. I'm just like trying to figure out how to fill this in for, I think I even have like a dinner with friends, but it's like got like a green hue to it. Just unfortunate. Let's see if anything in here. I had leftovers for dinner, but went to someone else's house. So confusing. Just gonna see if anything worked. No. I think I'm just gonna do like a gathering with people kind of thing. I know I don't want to use something from that sticker book again. This one's really throwing me for a loop. While I don't think I'm gonna like find something unless I'm looking for it, mind you, either. Let's see. Looking for purple. This is definitely not any of this. I really feel like I'm trying to make fetch happen right now. Like, this is just, that was a whole vibe. We're gonna do the overwhelmed at this point because that's not entirely inaccurate. It's okay. Yes. So I'm like Queen of Arrows, like in this bottom half going on right now. I could have probably lived without some of them, admittedly, but we're gonna enjoy them. So I went to Justin's, which is Jeff's brother. I went to his house to do crawfish, and I was not in the mood for crawfish, and I did not want to eat that late either, because we've had these like little gold things, I do want to use a gold car, since I've seen them now and I know that they exist. But yeah, I don't do the whole crawfish boil thing. I don't see anything wrong with it. That's just not my cup of tea. And so I just went to hang out for a little bit, which was probably against my better judgment. To Justin's. And I drove Jeff back to my house, which meant I had to drive him back to Justin's this morning. And that was not really part of my plan today, because I had a very big run goal. And we're gonna use like a don't give up or don't quit. I kind of like the don't give up. I started at like 9:37 ish, so we'll put it here. $13.1 mile run. Yes, 13. So I did a half marathon today and my knee hurts really. Yeah, my knee is not super happy. But it is what it is. I have been able to, you know, get a few odds and ends done today. Not too very much, admittedly. And that's okay. Full disclosure, like it's really okay. These are just kind of all the cleaning things I got done. I could have used a sticker to kind of, but these are all kind of long and I've got 2 heavy stickers up here. I do want to get a watching sticker for Disney Plus in purple if I've got it. Oh, I'm done with purple, so we can just move right on. But it does kind of need to be in like a gray thing. That's Netflix, not Disney Plus. I am gonna do, these are really neutral, so we'll do these. To me, that's like, is that pink? I don't know, that's like really not noticeable. I'm like on a Disney Plus kick. So I watched Hamilton during my run, so I started calling it the Hamilton half mile, which I thought was rather clever. But what was kind of nice, I decided to rewatch Mufasa and Lion King for all intents and purposes. I feel really bad for the shit that I said about Mufasa, because I clearly was not in the right headspace, I guess, when I watched it. And admittedly, like, I just was not, I was not in the right headspace. I'm gonna put it that way. Did I eat all leftovers today? For the most part, I just like did a bunch of leftover cleanup, but I don't want to put that down because it would be a humongous sticker. Like it's massive. Oh, I could have used like, well, no, that's okay. But yeah, that's too big. I can use that in my daily. I don't know why I'm even looking in here. It makes no sense to me what I'm doing. I am gonna use a tiny icon because I used one in just about like every spread, if not 2 in some cases. So I did not use one in Saturday. I don't feel like there is probably an applicable one for Saturday either. But I also don't know where my little pouch has run off to with them. That's probably why I'm not using them, because they're not in front of my face. Where's my pouch? I feel really bad for the things I said about Mufasa, because I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, but I don't like it. I loved the movie. I just was not into the songs. When I started the rewatch, I was like, I don't know what the heck I was thinking. There's literally only one song I don't like. And it's not even that I don't love it or anything. I just don't, I don't really care for it. There's like a part of the song I don't like. I don't like the bye bye part of one of the songs, and I don't want to like ruin it or anything for anybody. But that was the only critique I had. And then I needed something to go on in the background that I could clean to, and so I picked Lion King, and I almost went for Lion King Part 2, but decided against it. I also was gonna film a wow, that's sloppy. I was gonna do a lot more filming today, but honestly, you guys, I'm just trying to put one foot in front of the other today, and get a lot of cleaning done that I was not able to do on Friday or Saturday. So my main things were I really wanted to get my bathtub clean, like my shower really needed it, like so badly. And then so that I could take a bath either today or tomorrow in it and like soak and muscle ache type of salts and things. My knee hurts. I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit more, but also it's 13 miles. I'm not really shocked. But I'm really leaning towards purchasing the Disney Half Marathon in February. I'll let you guys know if I'm gonna do that and if we get there, but that would be lovely. I would really like to do that if I could. I have a lot of this self-care washi in strips. I didn't do any shopping. This is going to be the one that like just doesn't match, but it's the purple self-care. And the only other one I could kind of think to use is like the scary one. And I really don't think that that's gonna work. Maybe I should use the other one. The other little piece. It's over here in the front. Let's see. I really like the face masky one, but I think that'd be cutting it too close. So we're just gonna use this strip and center it pretty well so that we take off the sides. Okay. Yeah, I had a whole video upload planned for today. That's not happening. And that's okay. Like, I've been really good about being more consistent, and I do have a lot of content. I'm gonna help myself out on this one instead of creating a new problem. I need a little slice too. If you guys don't have one of these in your stash, get one. It's called a slice, and it's got like a little ceramic blade. And it's super freaking handy. But no, I really just, housework really took priority today, and that's okay. And I'm fine with that. And it kind of sucked though, because the content that I wanted, it's like ready. For the love of goodness. boy. So all I really needed to do was film it, and I just couldn't get my collective crap together to do it today. I was just trying to rest in between the tasks because I really didn't have much choice on that. Like, I was in a lot. I did finally take some medicine for it, like just to help treat it a little bit because it is still an injury and it is pain, and I think it helped considerably. The next little bit of washi I'm going to use is this Hobbies one, and I wanted that music one in there so bad since I watched musicals today, but that's okay. And I don't want 3 of them because then it would be the only one with 3. So we're going to chop off little Music Man here and drop it right there. Okay. And we're just gonna let him go to pasture, fortunately. And I think that's gonna call it about done. I can't think of anything else. I'm sorry that I didn't upload extra content. By the time you see this video, you're gonna be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But yeah, I have some fun stuff coming up in the pipeline. I'll go ahead and center this while I have a little chat with you. But I've got some fun stuff coming up, some different style videos that I'm planning at the time of this recording. They will have already started coming out. So let me know what you guys are thinking of kind of the different videos. So I'm doing kind of a set up the week with me type of thing that I'm going to be doing. I've also got a cart reorganization video that's probably come out by now. I'm doing some 5-year flip throughs. That was what was supposed to come out today. So all kinds of fun stuff. And also let me know which ones that you're liking so I kind of can lean more into that if it's something that you like. I'm sure this video has been very fun and long-winded, but I look forward to seeing you guys next time. In the meantime, enjoy creating your own little wonderlands. Bye.